anyone who's in business long enough knows that eventually you're going to get in disputes associated with your business and your interactions. We like to talk about this practice area as a business dispute practice area rather than litigation. A lot of people talk about litigation. And the reason for that is we like to take a progressive approach to handling disputes, business disputes, and that is looking at all the best way to handle those from various perspectives. It may not be suing or being sued. It might be some other alternatives to trying to resolve that issue. We look at litigation and business dispute business as from a business perspective. In other words, we want to make sure that we're looking at it from the client's perspective and trying to resolve the issue rather than making a fight where a fight doesn't need to happen. However, when there is a fight, we are your advocate, and we take that fight with seriousness, and we do proceed forward on a very aggressive basis to get these problems resolved. Royce, one of the areas of business dispute resolution is there's lots of ways to approach any particular dispute. Talk a little bit about the alternatives we present to our clients when they are in a controversy where they need to get resolution.
Brett, as you mentioned, we're looking to get our clients to a resolution on these matters and to really think through the best way to approach controversies. The system has given us a number of ways that we can deal with these problems. The first one being mediation, which is a non-binding agreement or a non-binding meeting between the parties where they can negotiate a settlement. We can also go to arbitration with either one or more arbitrators where there will be a binding decision rendered. And finally, obviously, we can go all the way to suing someone in a court of law and bringing this matter to a judgment in front of a jury the way that most people think of a controversy being settled.
Adam, as we know, if you're in business long enough, eventually you will get the great opportunity of either getting to sue or being sued in a formal courthouse litigation. Tell us a little bit about the process of litigation, how we handle that, both from a defense perspective if our client has been sued, as well as pursuing litigation if we are heading that direction with our client.
Well, as you know, and as you said, in business, if you're in business long enough, you'll get into a point where you get into a dispute with another person. And oftentimes that ends up in court. And something that a lot of people don't understand who haven't been through it before is that the entire litigation process can be very long and very drawn out. And typically it takes a case over a year from the time it's filed to get to trial. And you have to deal with numerous issues, many times very technical issues about making sure that a person receives formal and proper notice of the lawsuit, as well as all of the discovery issues, collecting all of the documents, serving them on the other side. And we're here to make sure that we can shepherd you through that process, and as it goes along, make sure that we take advantage of every strategic possibility that we can through that in order to resolve these disputes in the most efficient and advantageous way possible as we go through all of that, all the way to a trial in front of a jury and in front of a judge, so that we can get you and your business into the best place that we can be when you do run into those kinds of disputes with your partners or vendors or other individuals that you're doing business with.
Lisa, as a paralegal in the litigation department, the business dispute department, your job is to communicate and organize and make sure that you're communicating with the client on an ongoing basis as to all the deadlines. Tell us a little bit about that process and what you do for the client.
One of my main jobs is to communicate with the clients and to let them know what upcoming deadlines are coming. I also deal with clients directly in obtaining documents for discovery, helping them determine what documents need to be produced, scheduling mediation with them, explaining to them what mediation is sometimes, also advising them of their trial date and any upcoming hearings that they need to be notified of. I can be there for them whenever they need me to answer any questions for them right away.